Hello, it's Cheryl Willis over at Go Arizona Real Estate, and have I got two great videos to share with you. Number one is going to be something super hilarious that is going to tell you exactly what's going on in less than 1 minute, what's going on globally in the real estate market. And number two video, inside fly on the wall conversation between two billionaires about why it's a great time to buy. But didn't you always want to be that fly on the wall when Warren Buffett spoke 20, 30 years ago? Well, here's your chance now. So with no further ado, here we go.
Excuse me, is that apple for sale? Yeah, we're about to put it on sale right now, actually. Well, I'm in the market, so tell me about your apple. Why should I buy it? Nice try. Okay, people, here's how this is going to work. I have an apple here. The highest bidder's going home with this. I want all bids in the next 2 minutes, then we're closing it. Bidding starts at $5.
Feeling pretty confident there, huh? I mean, don't you think?
$10.
He said starting at 5.
15.
Is this a new apple?
Yeah, just listed. I'm pre-qualified. I'll pay cash. I got cash. 20, 30, 40. No, just make it 45.
Is it even worth that?
50. I don't know. Please, this is the 8th apple I've tried to buy.
Could I at least see it up close?
Nope, it's an apple. You know what it is. You either want it or you don't. I'll take it for 100.
What? I'm from California. It's the cheapest apple I've ever seen.
It was 120.
Why did I do that? Why? I don't.
Excuse me.
Oh my God, was that not hilarious? I could watch that video over and over again. That guy is really funny, and if you're on TikTok, you should follow us. Now we have an opportunity to hear two billionaires talk about what's going on and why it is still a great time to buy. Let's listen to what they have to say.
Now we are in the most extreme seller market that has probably existed in our lifetime, where there's literally no inventory, and the inventory, at least from a housing stock perspective for single family homes, we're talking about weeks of inventory, whereas a balanced market is considered to be something like 6 months of inventory. Right now, we're in some parts of the country less than 1 month of inventory, and in some cases less than even 2 weeks of inventory. So when you think about whether you're working with a buyer or a seller, and of course we've got two different personas there, but are there some things that you think about in our current market that would be something to think about from an agent perspective?
Yeah, so one is, like, you have to, the thing that will get in your way is if you're looking in the rearview mirror. Rearview mirrors are this big and the windshield is that big. And the people that are coming into the marketplace, the New York marketplace, in Miami, for instance, people are coming from New York, they're like, hey, these prices are cheap. Now they're up maybe 40% for people that lived in Miami. They're still 40% less than where these people are coming from. So you have to, like, you can't think with a rear view mirror mentality. You have to think with a windshield mentality. So you're going to have, let's say we have a buyer that they're going to go on Zillow, they're going to go on realty.com or wherever they're going to get their information. And they're going to be like, this house didn't sell. It's in Golden Beach, or it's in Houston, or it's in Cabo. We're in Cabo. There's no inventory in Cabo. This is happening worldwide, by the way. This is not a local problem. It happened after 9/11, and it's happening now. When people get terrified, like they did because of COVID and because of 9/11, what I believe they do is they start making emotional purchases that have nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with common sense, practical logic, nothing. People are buying emotionally. They're trading pieces of cash that they're worried about. Like, money's being destroyed. So the real estate agent that is not bringing that into the conversation today, okay, like, if you don't understand economics, how are you going to get the big money for a house? And if you can't get the big money for a house right now, the seller's not going to let it go because he's hearing what's going on. For example, 1 out of every $5 that exists in America today did not exist a year ago. So 21% of all US dollars did not exist. You could say then that there's been a 20% destruction of the value of the dollar. The buyer knows that's true, okay? And also, your house is overpriced. It was priced 2 years ago at $9 million, didn't sell, and now they want 11. It didn't sell. It's been on the market for 465 days. The buyer's looking at it saying, this house is overpriced. Yes, it is, sir. It is overpriced. And if I could turn back time, if I could go back a year and a half ago and you could buy it then, man, you'd be in a great position today. But I can't do that. Also, let me just say this. Your dollar is being destroyed. It's worth 20 to 30 or 40% less than it was yesterday. And Mr. Biden is going to print $2 trillion, and that's going to depress that dollar again, maybe another 20%. The best place for your money to be is in a real asset, a great house. Where are you moving from? New York. That'll save you 13% in state taxes. Like, you have to figure out real estate agents that want to become professionals. And we talked about the amateur and the professional last time. You can't just show a house. I can go online and get a 3D version of a house today without anybody being involved. I can take measurements on the wall. We're doing this with a house right now. I have 3D versions. I can measure out how big the wall is, what kind of size door would I have to put in there. So you got to take your game to another level now and start talking economics with these people.
Still the same. It is a great time to buy, and we are not going to see any kind of a leveling off for a very, very long time. And when I say leveling off, of course it is going to vary in different parts of the community, in different parts of the country. But here in the greater Phoenix area, we are slated to be the #1 job growth market for the next 10 years. So when we have people moving from coastal cities, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seattle, Portland, New York City, and the higher paying jobs from Atlanta, from even Chicago and things like that, Phoenix, Arizona has a lot to offer. Yes, it's a little warm for a couple months of the year. Okay, it's hot. It's painfully hot. But the other 10 months out of the year, it is phenomenal. So what does it take to buy in today's market? So we have 3 buckets of money that you need to buy in today's market. This is going to help those of you who have been really frustrated in trying to get in, or how to better prepare for it. Okay, so #1, down payment. You need at least 5% for a conventional loan. Closing costs. Closing costs with my lender are unbelievably lower than any other lender, I promise you, out there. So we have wholesale access, and they pass that savings on to my clients. So what does this do for us here? If we have lower closing costs, we can put more money in this third pile. This is where most buyers that live in the greater Phoenix area are having that struggle with, because you can get pre-qualified with just these top 2 buckets, but if you don't have this third bucket, you're not going to get into a home these days, because we do have so many people coming in from out of state where our apple is the cheapest apple they've ever seen. So these are the 3 buckets of money you need to make it in today's world. If you are not prepared at this point to do this, my recommendation is buckle down, get yourself a rental property. Unfortunately, they're very, very challenging these days. And yes, rents have gone up high. You're going to spend more money on rent than it is a mortgage, just to let you know. But try to keep small. You don't need a big house for a year. If you go into a smaller place and you can save your money, this is going to help you get into the market next year. Now, again, with market value continuing to rise, you're going to need more down payment, right? So it's just this trickle effect. The longer you wait to get into a home, the further away it's going to be. So we want to get you as prepared as possible. And again, working with my team, phenomenal terms and conditions, and working with my amazing lender, whom I adore. He's going to pass the savings on to you guys. So that's about it. Cheryl Willis over at Go Arizona, and I can't wait to tell you what's going on next month with more information to share, not just the same blah, blah, blah. I love thinking outside of the box, and that's how I get my clients into homes. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Call me days, nights, weekends. I got your back when moving to Arizona. Bye.